Last sprint.
Exactly.
2 years ago, a meeting with Nick Szabo over a glass of white wine triggered the idea behind RSK, the first general purpose smart contract platform powered by the Bitcoin network. But that idea was not the start of this project, because this project has a heritage that goes way before. 1 year before that meeting with Nick, Sergio Lerner was already creating the first Turing-complete cryptocurrency. And at the same time, I was creating Bitcoin communities in Latin America, searching for the holy grail of financial inclusion powered by the blockchain. One year ago, we launched RSK platform at laBITconf in Mexico, and we took several decisions. We decided to leverage on the network effect that Bitcoin has created over the years, because we know how powerful network effect is. That's why instead of creating everything from scratch, we use the Bitcoin network, we use the Bitcoin currency to fuel the execution of our contracts. And we focus on innovation, but we do that as a servant of social transformation. And this is very important because that's the key of the core of our purpose. And that has another consequences, and we have been profiting from those consequences. Because over the last year, we received support from 30 of the top companies in the Bitcoin ecosystem worldwide that are willing to join our federation. And we got support of 80% plus the hashing power of the Bitcoin network. And also something incredible have happened recently, just a few months ago, that is top financial institutions of Latin America are reaching to us to run smart contract solutions for financial inclusion. So that dream that we were chasing for many years might soon become a reality. So with this feeling of hope, I will leave you with my partner, Sergio Lerner, to introduce you to what is so far our biggest milestone in the development of our platform, called Tumerics. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to be here and talk about what we've done in the last 10 months. Before I start digging into technical things, these are the things that I like most, I would like to present a video we've made about the launch of the platform. I would like you to see it with me.
Is a black video?
Only the chosen ones can see it.
Yes. No, use it to do some insight.
We are using encryption technology provided to us by Zuko. So
yes. No signal is the name of the video. You can see there. In the meantime, another thing I want to mention is that one other decision we took is that we decided to be fully compatible with other smart contract platforms. And that also is paying highly because we are receiving the feedback from many developers and solution providers in other smart contract platforms that are willing to test their solutions on our platform, and that feel, I mean, they understand the value of having multiple alternatives to run their solutions. And I think that's a very important thing, because I think we, as an ecosystem, not as a company, are building something that is so important for the humanity that collaboration is a must, it's not an option. So dividing is not the way to build what we are building, because everybody here is chasing the same ideals of social transformation in many different ways. Not everybody is after financial inclusion, but the important thing is everybody is trying to change the society for the good. So now with the video, I'm off.
RSK is the first general-purpose smart contract platform secured by the Bitcoin network. In RSK, your smart contracts run using smart bitcoins as fuel. You can obtain smart bitcoins by sending bitcoins to a special address monitored by the Bitcoin RSK Bridge smart contract. RSK ensures maximum security by providing Bitcoin miners with the tools to mine both blockchains at the same time, powering RSK with the security of the Bitcoin network. Welcome to a new internet era. Welcome to the Internet of Value. RSK smart contracts can be programmed with the Solidity compiler, and you can seamlessly run most of your existing applications on RSK platform without modifications. RSK's virtual machine is 6 times faster than competing VMs, providing lower execution costs for the same applications. RSK platform includes security enhancements such as storage rent, automatic contract, hibernation on inactivity, and bounded gas costs. Most relevant mining pool softwares have been modified to enable RSK merge mining. RSK currently supports CK Pool, Eloy Pool, and Slush. The most important Bitcoin miners worldwide are already testing and implementing RSK merge mining in production environments. RSK testnet has been launched with 30 globally distributed nodes and a functional Bitcoin RSK testnet bridge. Its hashing power is in the process to reach 5 petahash per second. The 25 most relevant Bitcoin exchanges and wallets worldwide have committed themselves to participating in RSK Federation, where onboarding process has already started. With more than 20 global companies and fintech providers currently testing their solutions on RSK, the Ambassador program among the Bitcoin community is about to be launched. After releasing Tumerics, we are now focusing on Ginger, RSK's public release, which will make the two-way peg work against Bitcoin mainnet with more than 50% of Bitcoin global hashing power merge mining. Ginger release will include more than 300 full nodes with reward program in place, more than 100 global RSK ambassadors, and 50 global corporate use cases. Also, the worldwide open source RSK University will be launched. Bitcoin has never been stronger. Let's build the Internet of Value together. Get involved. Join the RSK project.
Okay.
Muy bien, aplauso.
You've seen many of the members of our team, of our engineering team that we have here in Buenos Aires. It's about 10 people already. It has been great to work with people in the same place and people who really care and really love what they do. So. And in this presentation, I will talk about a little bit about Tumerics launch, which is the testnet that we are launching today. And I will try to dig a little bit on technical stuff, on what innovation we are putting in the platform in the Ginger release, which is coming on April. So first of all, as you know, RSK has stand on some pillars. And these pillars are the two-way peg with Bitcoin, which allows you to transfer money back and forth from Bitcoin network. The merge mining with Bitcoins, which brings security to our network. The RSK Federation, which provides additional security and services, oracle services and other services to the network. The smart contracts execution engine, which is fully compatible with Ethereum, so you can program in Ethereum, and you can test your solution in our platform, and then you can decide where you want to launch your project. And of course, we care about community. We've been working hard on this. So the Tumerics has all these technical items built already in the network. So everything that we talked about 10 months ago, it's implemented. So first of all, I'm going to talk about what we did in each of these items. So regarding merge mining, we created open source models, plugins for the most important merge mining, mining pool softwares, which are Ziki Pool, Eloy Pool, and Slash Pool. So while we do this, we created the first research about mining pool software performance with millisecond accuracy. So now we can say for sure that our merge mining plugins do not impact the performance of Bitcoin mining. But we also can compare the different implementations of the mining pool softwares and know exactly which one is better in each area. Also, it's important regarding merge mining that we have 30% of the Bitcoin merge miners already working with us, already testing merge mining with us, and another 50% that has expressed the will to collaborate with us and eventually to start merge mining. We will allow us to be over 51% of the Bitcoin miners working with us from start. And we also have some petahash of merge mining with the Bitcoin mainnet already running now for testing purposes. Well, we've implemented the core services, so you as a developer can easily monitor your solutions. We have RSK Block Explorer, RSK Statistics Sites, Smart BTC Faucet, where you can get easily smart Bitcoins to work in our platform. And we also created some additional utilities like an LLL compiler, which is a low-level compiler, a standalone wallet, and a multi-currency. There will be a multi-currency, multi-platform wallet that Jax will probably announce today, and that will be very impressive. And these are the screenshots of these utilities. And if you see them, you will notice that they look very similar to Ethereum counterparts. And that's because they are fully compatible. So we've taken many applications of the Ethereum ecosystem, we just run them on our platform. Also, we are working with companies that are forming the RSK ecosystem. These are only examples of companies that are already working with us. Jax is preparing the multi-currency wallet to work with smart Bitcoins. Wings is a company developing distributed autonomous organization, thank you, and with scientific and proven algorithms. Torgen is working with the Internet of Things, the connection between smart contracts and the Internet of Things. Oracle-ICE, you probably know it, is providing the oracling service, which are the core for a smart contract platform. Coinbanks is developing the bridges between smart contracts in the RSK public network and the actual financial institutions of the traditional system, which are building those bridges so they can deploy applications on the public network. And Blockchain Intelligence Group is also working on infrastructure for our platform. Well, another thing that we've created is the idea of a federation. And the federation is not only to secure the Bitcoins until the Bitcoin improvement proposal is deployed into Bitcoin as a soft fork, but also to provide governance and additional services to the network. So these are all the companies that are interested and in being part of this federation. And we will start one at a time adding to our network. We started with BitX, so we can test our security procedures, and it's the first federator already in place, working with a testnet. And we've created the core of the platform, which it originated in the Ethereum J implementation, but then we partially rewrote, most parts were rewritten. And so it's a stable code base, it has test coverage, and one interesting thing is the virtual machine was completely rewritten. It's 6 times faster than the Ethereum virtual machine. That means that the cost of transaction from start can be 6 times lower than in Ethereum. Also, we've worked hard on sidechains, and there are only 2 companies in the world really working in this technology, in this space. And we published the first BIP, Bitcoin Improvement Proposal, to add drive chain capabilities to Bitcoin. We created 2 proposals, one over SegWit and one over the pre-SegWit code. And we are pushing the SegWit version because it's simpler. And we created a fully working implementation of this BIP. So now we can implement drive chains on top of Bitcoin so that miners also have power to take part on the consensus of releasing the funds in the bridge. And also this implementation allows us to create pure drive chains, but also hybrid drive chains. For example, a drive chain plus a federation, which brings stronger security to the locking and unlocking of funds. So this is Tumerics. It's exciting for me, but I'm more excited about what will come in Ginger. So I think we have a little time. I'm going to go briefly in each of the items we have been innovated. So first of all, one of the questions that always come is, what about scaling? So Ethereum plan on scaling is about sharding, which is a method to split the blockchain into different side chains. So you have to choose which shard are you going to take part of. And cross-shard communication is expensive. We don't think this is the solution because generally users don't know which shards they will belong. That is discovered by the network, by the user, as they use the platform. So we created a scheduling system that allows to create these shards dynamically, so users don't have to choose in advance which shards they belong to. Okay, I will skip this. So this is how we would do it. Basically, the miners have an additional task. They not only validate transactions and provide proof of work, but they have to create a schedule for transaction execution. And the better schedule they create, the faster the blocks propagate, because the faster they are verified. So there is an incentive for miners to create better schedules, and at the same time, that means that if you have a multi-core computer, then you can actually verify transactions in parallel. You don't have to serialize transaction verification. Regarding these are all Ethereum-like concepts, so I will go briefly on this. Ethereum has a data structure which holds the state of the system. And this Ethereum trie is complex because some parts are in the trie, some parts are in different tries, and we've come with a solution that put all the information together in a single trie, a binary trie. So basically, that allows you to create shorter SPB proofs and have a unified cache for all information that is persistent in the state. Well, we've done a lot about security. We try to learn from all the errors, all the mistakes, and provide a platform with a solution for these problems. We created a send opcode to prevent the DAO bug, to prevent reentrancy. We have a modular exponentiation opcode to help verify RSA signatures. Well, please, if you want to know more about any of these items, we can talk later. One of the important things, yes. One of the important things is that our platform has a minimum gas price. And that minimum is decided by the collaboration of all the miners. And that prevents a lot of attacks, while a minority of miners can abuse the network and take space from the network at zero cost. Well, we have also thought about the state of the system. How can we make this state shortest possible to allow lightweight nodes to verify the state at any time? So we have a system for spam prevention of the state. And this has a prevention part, which is the minimum gas price that I talked about. But also we are the first platform that we have storage rent. A storage rent means that you create a contract, you create an account, and that does not allow you to keep that storage forever. So 2 times a year, every 6 months, you have to pay a very small amount of gas to keep that storage in place. And so any spam of the state is going to disappear after 6 months if the contract rent is unpaid. And there is a very simple opcode to do that, to pay the rent. But we think that if storage rent is unpaid, we think that wiping out the contract and the funds is too aggressive. I mean, maybe you forget to pay your contract rent. So what we do is that we have a system for contract hibernation. So if you have a 100 kilobytes contract and you forget to pay the rent, we just hibernate your contract into a single hash, and that's all the state it takes. So basically, before you have the persistent storage, the code, and afterwards you only occupy 32 bytes of state memory. And if you want to awake your contract at any time 10 years later, you can by providing again all the state information. Also, we have a system for erasing garbage by combining hibernation hashes of the binary tree into single parent hashes. So if you create 1 million accounts, 6 months later, they are all compressed into a single state of 32 bytes. Okay. Well, we've saw that there is a problem with upgradability and how do you patch a contract that has been deployed. And in Ethereum, you probably want to use some kind of proxy contract that distributes the methods into new versions of the contract. And this is kind of ugly, and also it's expensive in terms of execution cost. So we created an opcode just to replace your code very easily. So basically, you put all your guards in your code that protects anyone from upgrading your code. For instance, you can request 10 signatures from 10 different people or whatever security measures you want, and basically you can upgrade your code, and the next time the contract is called, it's called with a new code. Another thing that we can provide our platform is Bitcoin blockchain information services. Because we have the bridge, which is actually an SPV node of the Bitcoin network running in consensus, then you have all the information as what is happening on the Bitcoin side. So basically, you can take one transaction of Bitcoin, and you can verify that that transaction has been mined on the Bitcoin side in consensus code. So this allows interesting protocols. For instance, the P2P TradeX protocol, which is a protocol of simultaneous exchange of Bitcoins and smart Bitcoins in very few confirmations, and is completely distributed. And we have more. We are thinking, we are planning, we are writing, we are coding more solutions for the, not for Ginger release, for the next release, including allowing you to write smart contracts in high-level Java language, including transactions privacy, probably using confidential transactions or any other of the existing technologies. We are planning to deploy a Lightning network over RSK to be able to have the lowest possible payments, user-defined signature schemes, and also full node incentives using the proof of unique blockchain storage, which is something very unique to our platform. So this is it. This is a technology. It should be more secure, more extensible, more private, scalable, mature, decentralized, and less expensive because we can process more transactions per second. So any doubt, any question about technical parts, I will be glad to answer them when this is finished. Thank you very much.
Hello. So we have only, because we are a little bit behind the schedule, so we are trying to catch up. So we have only 2 minutes. One question, but what we will do is we will do a reverse Q&A. So I will start asking you what Sergio just said, and you have to explain it well. Okay? No, okay. Let's do the traditional Q&A. Some were shivering. I saw some. Okay. 1, 2 questions. If they are quick, please go to the point. So no questions.
Are there any?
Yes.
Okay.
Son compatibles, pero el desarrollo.
Well, we have a script version system. So you can create a script that is version 0, which is compatible with Ethereum. And if you create a script with this version 1, you basically have access to all new opcodes.
Yes,
so you could be almost, I would say 99.9% compatible with Ethereum. And also you can switch at any time to the new system by replacing your code. So you can upgrade from Ethereum compatibility to new opcodes at any time.
And back, no? I mean, it's, but you have to remove the specifics of RSK. So the answer is yes. We will always be fully compatible with Ethereum in one of our runtime environments. But we will have other runtime environments that we deem more secure or have special functionalities for scalability that will be more specific for RSK. But all the developers, the Ethereum developers, will be assured that they will always be able to run their smart contract solutions in RSK.
I'm thinking that many of these solutions might be taken by the Ethereum community for their own platform.
Sergey, sorry to cut you off, but so we can have one last question and then we go to the coffee break. Maybe we'll short the coffee break 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Currently, the limit on transaction per second is arbitrary. It's the gas limit of the block. Our platform is very different with some other platforms like Ethereum that there is much more cooperation between miners than competition. So basically, you can take almost 2 or 3 seconds to validate a block, and that won't make your profit of mining go down. So we can put the gas limit much higher than Ethereum without hurting decentralization. But also, because we can make use of different cores of your computer, if computer has 4 cores, you can just process 4 times more transactions. So we can reach, in experiments, we've reached 100 transactions per second without any problem, and all the computations happens in a second.
Yes, and our scalability in the short term using multi-core can reach 400 transactions per second, more or less.
There are some other limits, but not processing. Processing is not a limit.
We have no more time for questions. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
You.
And